Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, we're going to be talking about basically everything. So I've seen a lot of new players in the game. I'm getting a ton of new questions from people, returning players, new players, etc. Seems the Scarlet Witch update has brought a lot of people into the game, seen a lot of marketing for the game. There were some quarterly reports that came out. I'm going to do another video on that as well. Probably combine it with the number of people coming into, because there's a lot of different ways to look at it. Some good and some bad. Frankly, a lot of financial reasons to look at it that way as well. So, but we're not going to focus on that on this video. I'm going to go through stuff to help you as a player. You might be an existing player, a new player, a returning player, etc., to try to get an idea of basically how to approach the game. There's a ton of stuff out there, and I'm going to try my best to try to give you some of that stuff, and we'll go from there. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. It's a great place to chat, follow along with content, etc. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe if you want to help that YouTube algorithm out, and let's get to it.
WolverThor.
Okay, first, obviously, I can't cover everything in one video. It would be impossible. So one thing I do want to point you to is on my YouTube page, I've got some playlists out there. Obviously, the way I've got it set up, I've got some uploads up top. I've got news and game improvement types. That's basically your general videos that come out who are talking about the happenings of the game. But then I break out two specific other ones where you can see here where I've got beginner and intermediate guides. Sometimes those will help anybody, honestly, but I've also got hero build guides. So the hero build guides, I go through the general content or the general concepts of some of these players, characters in game, the heroes, skills, gear, etc. I'm starting to get some other stuff in here as well. But if you're looking for some of the general information on characters, go here, check out the videos that I got. There will be more coming in the future as well, but that's a nice spot to jump to. The biggest spot, though, I want to go to is the beginner and intermediate guides. I have 38 videos here. So this is there will be a little bit of overlap here, but this goes all the way back to when the game was launching. So again, I mean there is hours of videos here. If you're trying to get through something quick, do it at double speed or triple speed or something. Are you not talking like this really quick? You're going through there, so you might want to get it maybe at 1.5 speed, but you get the idea. So a lot of this stuff is still relevant. Go through here. I've got stuff about the UI. Let's see. I've got leveling stuff in here, daily game modes, powering up. I've gotten a lot of questions about that. It's changed a little bit, but it's still general concepts. Talk about some of the bottlenecks of mats that you want to know. Different gear. What to gear Nano Red Star. Now that one actually in particular, I've probably changed my opinion on a little bit. I used to think maybe you want to nano a regular piece. I'm kind of off that now. I think that it's probably just, get a piece to 5-star or a set of just random gear to 5-star and then start building up your regionals. And then once you get your regionals built, I'd stick with that. Even if it's not a perfect set, just have a set of 4 of it. You pick the right set. If it's Sakaar or Midgardi, make sure you know which ones to go there. And again, some of that stuff you can see in my hero build videos. But I would focus on nanoing regionals, or if you want to whale out specials. I love this etiquette one for Omega War. That's all about crystals. I joke about that all the time. Currencies in game, Spec Ops stuff, AFK farming spots. That one's old, actually. There's some better spots now, but best shop buys. Who likes to party? That's funny. Some just general tips, things to know, gear, specializations, some hidden knowing where your stats are, more nano gear stuff, ultimate badge guide. I've got a bunch of badge stuff in there, and this was before we had the invasion badges. But a lot of this stuff is key. You'll see again some of the gear videos in here that are in both of them in playlists. So I would say if you're a newer player or even an existing player, I would recommend going to this playlist. It's the easiest way for me to continue to get content out and help people. I wanted to share this before jumping in game. So having shared that, hopefully if you haven't seen any of that, check out those playlists. They're like I said, they're right on the front of my page or my channel here. You just go there and you scroll down a little bit and you'll see them. So let's go into game and I'll try to give you a high level view as well. Okay, so in game. First off, there is so many things to do with dailies. Focus that on the right hand side, operations and arena. There's also the stuff in the alliance where you're going to do the alliance raids. So get yourself built, and before I go into too much of this, figure out who you want to be, level up, enjoy the game, have fun. Don't stress about all the little min-maxing right away. You can get to that. There's plenty of time for that. The game is a grind and it takes a long time to get stuff, but if you don't play through the story and get invested in your character and really think about it and, you know, want to know how things work a little bit and just take your time, you're going to burn yourself out. I've seen it too many times. So when you're looking at, and I'm going to go look at something here with my my characters. I misclicked there, but when you're looking at your characters, whatever one you pick up, you can see you basically get all your characters up almost to max level. Not all of mine are, but when you're first leveling up, you're going to get one to, I don't know, 60, 70, or 80 or something like that. And you're going to hit a wall and your squad rank's going to have to be increased. And I'll get into that a little bit too. And that's in some of those videos. But just pick a character and level it. You're going to want to level all your characters a bit. And the nice part about this game is once you get used to it, you can kind of auto through most of it up until probably Midgardia if you're a new player. Once you hit Midgardia, it gets a little bit more difficult where you can't auto through. But just level, have fun, don't stress about the gear. The ways to get, you know, really kind of strong in game to start is, like I said, make sure to do your dailies. Even if you're not, you know, do the highest one of these that you can, whatever it is, do all 5. Same thing with most wanted. Absolutely one of the most important things you can do. It's a little tedious, but it's one of the only places you can get gear. So make sure you do this every day. Click on the most wanted button. Make sure you get those down to 0, that you get every one, and find those primes, okay? Spec Ops, again, it's one of the only places you can get gear. So you want to make sure you do, even if you're finishing terribly as far as rank goes, you want to do this so that you can get it done and get ranked on their training grounds. This is just a place to level when you get further along in the game. I wouldn't stress about this too much if you're a new player. Battle Challenge, make sure to do this every week. You might not be able to get to the furthest part of it. I, at this point, try to 3-star everything if I'm really kind of trying to focus on this week. Right now, I'm strong enough where I just kind of auto it to get it done. But that's me. Raid, do every day. I used to actually refresh this a max amount of times. I did that for a long time. I stopped it a little bit because I wasn't really needing to build alts up. But since then, I've with Scarlet Witch and some of the needs for like alliance raids and stuff like that, I'll dabble in 2 to 3 each day to do those. And if you need help carrying these, ask in world chat. Sometimes a lot of people will do these. I can do all of these solo, and a lot of people who are strong and have been in the game, they can auto through them. So, and those are the type of people you probably want to play with. So it might be a good indication of alliance you want to join. Arena. Now, you're going to want to do a Mega War Dimension Duel every day. Now, actually, Dark Zone you probably want to do every day as best you can, but that's going to be harder because it's going to be really hard to survive in there. A Mega War, do the best you can, do your 2 entries. I'd probably move on after that. Your Dimension Duels, do your 5, move on. Because you're probably going to be frustrated if you're just coming to the game or leveling up. You're not going to be able to get a great high score, and that's fine. Learn which characters are tough. Start playing with some mechanics, stuff like that. Just have fun. Dark Zone is probably the most controversial game mode in the entire, game mode in the entire game. Its rewards have gotten a little bit better because the Dark Zone tokens, the one they added gold, and then 2, the Dark Zone tokens, they actually, you can get a little bit better stuff in the stores now. Before it was just badges that honestly you could never get and weren't very good anyway, and then the invasion badges ended up being better. So and then the last thing is your alliance raid. Make sure to do this the best you can. If you've got a bigger squad, it's the more hits you can do, but again, the rewards here ultimately matter to alliance rankings in your companions, stuff like that. So and then actually, so make sure you fill this up with 50, send and receive. If you're ever seeing anybody at the bottom of this list who's getting over a day or 2, I would recommend replacing them with somebody who you want to get, because that means they're probably not playing and not going to give you the tokens that you need. Okay, so some of this other stuff, again, I'm not going to go through records things. There's a bunch of cool stuff in here with rankings, headquarters. I mentioned the Pegasus base. All of these things are different things in the headquarters, which I go over a little bit in those other videos. Squad based stuff. This is where you're going to get some of your power. Squad rank, when you increase this, you need these books. Do not ever buy these books, meaning with real cash money. You get plenty in game, and frankly, see this 256 squad rank? It doesn't mean anything other than making sure that you can't go higher than 256 with these numbers. So notice I was 256, but none of these are even close. It's because there's a bigger bottleneck on these items, and they're harder to get. So you don't need to buy these books because you're going to end up into a bottleneck here. So don't stress that. But you want to get these, but it takes so many of them to get them, and it's just minor increases. It's not that, just let it kind of organically happen, okay? Companion. This is a huge way to get power in game. I sort of love and hate this mechanic because now, and I'll get into the transcendent stuff, which is that is end game. But you basically rank up your companions. You get collection stats from them, and you equip some, and then you get the stats from the ones that you have equipped. So you want to make sure that you have your most powerful ones equipped stat wise, and then pick the one that you like that's actual skill the best, and you can level up that skill if you want. It's up to you. Should level it up a little bit, but make sure you don't just level up any skill. And as you can see, as you looked at my companions, a lot of level 1s on there, a lot of level 1s, even up here, and it's like Yandu, I got level 30, but I used him for a little bit. Spider-Man, I don't know. I probably did that for an achievement somewhere, or I checked the box, but all you really want to do is get him to level 4 so that you can get some more of these stats, a little bit higher up, and you get to level 5 and you'll get some bonus effect stats. You want to try to get those as well for some of them. But these are really hard to build. Do not get frustrated with that. It takes a insanely long time. This squad training stuff's just checking the box that you get. Titles, I would actually try to get these because it does give you a little bit of power. Not a lot, but a little bit. Storage is just storage. All right, so heroes, jump back here, hero info. And again, I go over a lot of this stuff in the videos, but you see your power. Power is not everything. What you do is you click on level there. You can see your stats. See this little arrow? You click it. You can see all your stats. These stats get maximized. You can go to details to look at some of these stats. Again, this is covered in one of my other videos. I forget. I might even. Yeah. Is this it? Yeah, it shows the maximum you can get for each one in that section. So that's a good thing to know, and you can see which ones give you what here. Again, not going to go through it in detail. View stats at max. That shows you how much over your certain stuff with different things. Let's see what else here. Oh, and this just shows your powers a little bit. Let's see, skills. You've got a bunch of skills. Equip. You can have multiple sets up there, which we'll go into that in a second. A mega card's another way to get strong in game. There's different ways to build these. You own, combine them. That's one big aspect of the game. One concept is you combine a lot of things. You got 5 1-stars of something or 6 1-stars of something. You combine them to get a 2-star, and you get an X number of 2-stars. You combine into a 3-star, and you build your stuff up. That's what we call fodder, or crunching something so that you can build it up a little bit. But Omega cards, make sure you got those equipped. Potential, make sure you understand to go through here how much you can see I'm maxed, but you want to look at these. Make sure you get your don't just max out all of these. Pick the right ones that you want to build up to go to the next one, and maybe save for the next ones down. But it's a great way to get stats as well. Cores, I think this is the worst aspect of the game as far as RNG goes, and there's too many RNG problems. Cores, more ways to get stats, but it's really hard to build them up. So it's probably the worst aspect in the game, in my opinion. Specialization, make sure to study this, learn. These are more stats, more specialized skills that give you different things that you can do when you're attacking people. So you're gonna wanna make sure to combine these with your different skill sets, your gear sets, stuff like that, to make an optimized character. You get all that stuff from raids. All presets, I was talking about this before. You can basically have a quick function. You can set up, your skills, your gear, your badges, your companions, your cards. I wish it was also your specializations. I wish you got presets for that. And you can quickly on the home screen here just switch between them. So that way, if you want, and you can't be in battle though. So if you want to just switch real quick to go to a PvP mode, you just click that button and switch whatever it is. You make up your preset, you're good to go there. Let's see it, presets. I think that's pretty much it. So again, I just wanted to, headquarters. Pegasus base, this is a way to send your alts on missions, but you actually have had to gone through these missions with your main, but it is a great way to make up time for anything on here. I've got no available missions on Widow, obviously. Supply storage, this is a way to get more storage. You just got to check the boxes on different things you need to get. Let's see, what am I? So I need 10 or more level 40 companions to be able to unlock the next one. Cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's there, it's whatever. Upgrade, yeah, and that's the rest of the stuff in headquarters. So look, there's more stuff in the game, but I wanted to do a quick hit video on this. Check out the playlists. I hope this is somewhat helpful to you to be able to get a somewhat idea. Tons of new players in the game. I'm hoping people are liking it. I'm hoping Netmarble is going to find ways to make people feel good about the game, feel good about their time investment, get us some fodder so we can get ways to build up our characters a little bit faster. That's it. So like I mentioned in the front end of the video, if you want to check out the Discord link, it's in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bells. There is a new membership option, or it's basically a way to support the channel. Appreciate you if you go ahead and do that. No pressure, but it does help us at the channel here, support, all that kind of thing. So, and until next time, actually, tell your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, grandmas, grandpas, neighbors, girlfriends, boyfriends, anybody about the channel if you want. Maybe they'll like it too. Who knows? And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.